okay, guys, we got to just collapse it on them whenever we can cut them off. Because you don't want to get stuck in that goo fortress. Every single time one up would try to go set up, there was so much goo on the walls it looked like a college dorm. But for Kansas City Pioneers, all they needed to do was cut.
Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, it's Clover, and I thought to share my thoughts since the close qualifiers for the finals just finished up about 3 weeks ago. I want to start off by saying that the setup that they had was great, from the way that they had the transitions to the intermissions, and the bulletin board that they had to where, you know, they'll actually point themselves and stuff. I felt like it added a little bit more personality to the esports scene. He's on me, he's on me, he's on me. Run, 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 run. Oh. The casters themselves, they were really great, from Oscar to Artie and the rest of the crew.
Versus Young Guns. If you are not hyped in the chat, let me know right now who you think is going to be taking the final ticket right here.
Oh, okay, we're good. A lot of time to my life has been made.
Sorry.
Thank you. My time has been made.
I had my doubts on it because I didn't like the cash out game mode itself, so, you know, I assumed it was going to be garbage, but there were a lot of exciting steals and everything to the game. Like this steal from Ruby Labubu.
Shields are going down.
And the one thing I can really appreciate about the franchise or the esports scene of the finals is that there's no franchise scene, so pretty much anybody can come and try for it. I just hope also too that the finals esports scene takes the best aspects of what already the others esports are, like Halo's, Counter-Strike, and Apex. You know, the first thing off on the spectator wise, whenever there's an intermission, I would like to have them to have the name of the soundtrack on it, displayed it, because, you know, I don't want to go back through a soundtrack stuff for a banger. So second, instead of like having that weird Google image drive thing they had to link your brackets and stuff, I would like them to have a website, just like the CS has HLTV and Apex has their own ALGS website. Third, honestly, I think the team color should be orange, purple, blue, and light blue. Like, I'm not colorblind or anything, or at least I don't think I am, but man, even the colors that they have during the game are quite distracting from the actual gameplay itself, from all the buildings and the gadgets that are placed, to all the, you know, multiple party fights that are involved. But yeah, I think the color scheme needs to change for viewing. Stepped off my mind. And now, like, the other section would be cash out game mode. Like I know I say I don't like, I'm not a big fan of it. You know, I don't really play unless I have to do a challenge for it, because, you know, I feel like if you go back to Call of Duty 4, if you remember the game mode, Sabotage kind of feels like that in a way, where instead of the, you know, the bomb exploding and stuff, it's a cash value, and it keeps it's like a more respawn, and it's based on a time limit of how many cash boxes you input, you know. And that game mode itself only came back during the COD 4 remastered, and, you know, try to keep it as original as it was. But like Modern Warfare 2 was the last, like, you know, new release game that had it, because, you know, people weren't playing as, like, other game modes such as Hardpoint and Demolition took over, so they just got rid of it because no one was playing it. And, you know, I didn't even like it either whenever I played it back then. Like, there should be teams of 4 instead of 3. I feel like the maps are just big enough for that. I would say 5, but honestly, I feel like it would be too much for that. And if they could change the time limits and stuff, whatever, they can balance off of that. But I feel like the maps themselves are great for 4v4 or teams of 4. This is one of the few game player bases that I see that accepts the griefing. You can see from content creators or streamers that do it, and people be like, oh, it's a strategy. And, like, if a teammate is griefing, they're not even gonna try to win the match or anything, and it's very annoying and just like, oh, hell no. Like, I remember, like, in some of my quick cash matches in the beginning, I had one teammate just straight up just say, all right, let's just grief like pink or blue or whatever first. At that point, I'd rather not play if I got a grief or get griefed. And just look at head to head. That's a limited time game mode that came into the rotation to be a permanent. I actually genuinely enjoy that mode. It's like just a 3v3 and stuff. I know it's simple and stuff, but at the same time, it's really great. There's like no chance of griefing other than just your teammate being like, all right, I gotta go take a shit or something. But I would like to see that the other game modes such as TDM or Power Shift be part of the maps or matches that they have to do. So in the semifinals is a best of 5, but the first map is either, you know, TDM or Power Shift. I feel like Power Shift would be more entertaining, and then the rest of the maps would be head to head. So just to add a little variety to it. For the grand finals, they can be best of 7 with the first map TDM, and then the next Power Shift, or both just Power Shift, first 2. The rest of them are head to head. The thought is, you know, people to just come into the stream and, you know, it's a basic game mode, you know, it's simple to understand. You see what's going on, like gun, shoot, kill. Because like, I don't know what's up, but for some reason, a lot of people think this game is a casual game. Bruh, this is like a mobile game without the farming to them. Like, there's a high skill ceiling. I don't know how someone can determine that this in of itself is a casual game. Like, I don't know, man. I just think that's just retarded. Like, look at these gadgets. Like, this is just for one class, and then heavy, and then light. You know, I like to play this casually and stuff, but like, even I can see that this is not friendly at all to new beginners. Sure, like even in the beginning, I had a quick cache. Like, you know, I played quick cache because that's where it pushed me towards to, and I hated it. I just did not like it. I just, you know, I was stuck on there for a minute till I got like at least what I wanted for my equipment. And then I moved on to just TDM. I just like grinded TDM all last season, what it was left of it. Like, personally, the problem with this game is too that it's counted as a live service game, so it has to keep adding new things and weapons, and I'll go more into that later. But with live service player base, you'll never, you know, satisfy them. They'll always want more. You just have all this movement to this game, and there's no beginner friendly to it. It's like this game is just naturally just competitive in itself. Burn. I got him. I do think the little things they can add for just say like the casual player base would be to, you know, add a lot of variety to, especially to your embark creators and partners, especially with what Rust did for their recent event with streamers and stuff. Like each streamer had their own unique item that if you were to watch them, you were able to obtain. Like, I thought that was really cool. You know, just give something to the casuals, especially since some people would watch, you know, just to get the skin, you know, engage with the finals creators. Also on the player cards too, they could add something like an animated emblem, you know, make it more interesting. The player card feels like needs a little bit more customization to it, because with the calling cards, I really like, you know, actually tried back then in Call of Duty for the calling cards. Like, I especially remember the Mall for 3 Anarchist one with Makarov. Like, man, that thing was so clean. Come on, come on. Ah, I didn't get both of them. And then like all the weapons camos, like if you were to get 1,000 headshots with a weapon, you would get the gold calling card for it on More for 2. Like, you know, I think they could add something like that to these games other than the, you know, the skins. Now I do have a dream list and rant that, you know, I'm just gonna throw it out there because, you know, there's a high possibility it doesn't even like a chance of it happening. But the name, the finals, I feel like needs to change. It's just something like when you have to search it, you feel like you have to put all the letters capitalized. Like, I have to put the finals on YouTube to get somewhere. I don't know. It just the name is just not like a searchable type of name. Like, you have the First Ascendant, and that has a catchy name to where you usually don't hear the word "duh" in it and can disassociate it as a video game. Like, I feel like you need to have the contestants be called, not just the contestants in the finals, to, you know, have it catchy. Like, look at Apex Legends, where the characters themselves are referred to as legends, and then with the top winner being, or the winners being the Apex. Let's not make this a controller heavy game as well. In my opinion, like, the aim assist is a huge thing that ruins the game itself. There's no winning, like if it's rotational or whatever. But if you look at Call of Duty, you pretty much cannot hang with the controllers if you're using mouse and keyboard. And if you look at Apex now, mostly it's like a one controller. Like, if you look at Peyruis, how he went over to controller. Sure, there are people that have to use a controller due to a disability or so, but even then, a lot of people, you know, they're taking advantage of the aim assist to don't, you know, a lot of them don't have disabilities, and you can, and basically what's going on with the Cronus and Zim as well, someone can just hide their cheats easily due to be like, hey, it's aim assist and I changed these 20 settings in the game just to have no recoil. And surely it's honestly the aim assist doesn't require any skill in my opinion. This might be my most controversial take, but I want them to stop bringing in new weapons, gadgets, and maps. Like, I don't think they need them because the destruction itself makes them random already. So, you know, you're not gonna get the same map like events like 100% at the same time. I'm like, it goes back to the whole live service thing. I don't get, you know, you can never satisfy them. Like, I'm not sure if y'all seen how many gadgets and weapons there are, but if they keep adding more and more just to, you know, sell weapon skins when even the pros are just having the same type of skins for the same weapons lately with the new bundles, then I mean, there's like no variety in that already. Like, imagine being new. What am I supposed to use? I just stuck with the AKF just because it was the first gun. You know, it was just the AK. I haven't really tried to bother other than the FAMAS. Like, that's the only weapon. And then if a challenge calls to say use a weapon or so, then I'll use it. But that'll be the only time. Like, even if you look now, they didn't allow the BFR or the P90 since they were new and they weren't even tweaked. Yes, and they're genuinely overpowered. And then look at the winch with the heavy. That's a huge issue right now where everything else is getting nerfed pretty much because of it. So, you know, I'm not really confident in Embark's balancing capabilities. So why add more guns and then try to make a pro scene out of that when it's just going to be the same old guns? Like, it doesn't feel like the Embark actually plays their game modes. I feel like you would be able to tell from Power Shift or TDM what weapons are what and how they're feeling compared to Cash Out. Like, I know Cash Out's their main, but, you know, there's a huge other base that's playing these other game modes. Especially on the Power Shift, man, I fucking hate those lights. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. When they use the snipers, oh my gosh, you solely have to counter them. Man, the dash, I say to charge, honestly. And lastly, sometimes their damage, I don't know if there's any damage modifiers apart from the bullet drop off that they have, you know, where, you know, the farther you shoot, the less damage it is. I don't know if it's just accurate or anything, but sometimes, man, even if you're close, it feels like your bullet drop off of like 100 meters or so is in play. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's not a usual video essay, but if it came out like that, it came out like that. But later, guys, Clover out. Also, look at this bug I found. I don't even know. I just ran to the jump pad and I perfectly timed it to where I just go up on it